welcome along. We're live from the Dundrum Town Centre, and that plug is over. Let's move on to possibly the most famous man who's ever been in these studios, aside from maybe Ronan Collins. We're thrilled to welcome to the studio Gary Lightbody from Snow Patrol. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Are you feeling alive and well?
I'm alive, yes, very much so, very much so. Excited to be back home. I'm back in Ireland again for the first time in a while.
What, you've been touring off around the place?
We've been in America and Europe, and as well as sort of mainland Europe, and then we've spent a lot of time in London as well. The rest of the guys live in London, so when we're doing rehearsals and things like that, we have to go there.
Because am I right in thinking, I always feel it's like funny about asking these real personal questions, but you live up in Scotland, don't you?
I live in Belfast.
Oh, great! That's part of the rumours that are as yet unfounded.
Well, I mean, I lived in I went to university in Dundee, and then I lived in Glasgow for the bones a decade, and then I've moved back to Belfast a few years back.
Ah, okay. Now, Olympia last night, Olympia
yes.
again tonight. Tomorrow is the INEC. Then you're doing 3 nights in Belfast. I saw you last March in Belfast, and I thought you were going to cry on stage. It was so exciting seeing you in front of the home crowd. Or was that just me imagining?
No. I always get very emotional playing in Ireland. I was very close to tears last night. My mum was. The Olympia, the boxes are very close to the stage, and they put my mum in the box my mum and dad in the box right in my eye line, and we were singing "Run." We got this sort of new version of "Run." Well, the whole tour is called Reworked. It's all new versions of the older songs, and I was singing it. And it's very stripped down and bare, and I caught my mum's eye, and I was like sort of very choked up, because obviously it's a song about family, and it's very dear to me. And then seeing my mum there, I was kind of it's hard not to cry. I didn't cry. Never cry.
Would this be the appropriate time to ask you about Leona Lewis's version of "Run"? I'm going to ask you because you're in front of me, and I
ask away.
Do you think it's did any good? Were you raging when she did it?
I rate her voice very highly. I think she's got an incredible voice. I think she's a very and she's going to be an enduring artist for many years. I think she's from all of that X Factor sort of shows. Her and Girls Aloud are really the only 2 bands that I can think of that have any kind of weight or worth.
Because I thought she kind of Whitney Houstonised her song a little bit.
Well, she did kick off in the warble a little, but the first three quarters of the song, I think she does a powerful job of it.
Now, you did mention something else I wanted to ask you about there as well. I'm sure, have all your male mates been on to you going, Cheryl Cole, what was she like? Because she was amazing singing with you. It was the night of Children in Need. You did it in Belfast in King's Hall. When she came on, I thought, this will be interesting now, because she can sing live. She did the talent show, but she just came across really well. Were you impressed?
Yeah, very impressed. Very impressed with her. Not only her voice, which obviously
she's hot. Let's face it, this gorgeous girl.
No, there's no doubt about that. I wouldn't even be as coy to not say that. It'd be ridiculous to not state that. It'd be stating the bleeding obvious, though, wouldn't it? Really, but. I mean, just she's a fantastic singer, and also a very, very sweet girl. She came in it's tough. She came into the studio with us, all guys she doesn't know. I never met her before, and she came in and did a rehearsal room to do it the day before.
Is it true she hadn't known the song beforehand?
Yeah, I don't think she was familiar with the song, and we sent her the song, and she loved it, and she wanted to sing it, and it's very brave of her, of someone, I mean, she is a pop star, and it's sung very far from pop music, and also she's a very tough act to follow. Martha Wainwright is possibly the greatest, one of the greatest female singers of her generation, and Cheryl really stepped up. I think she did a marvellous job.
Yeah, actually I saw yourself and Martha Wainwright doing it and Jonathan Ross, and it was amazing.
Yeah, she's staggering. I find it hard to even remember her to sing. I'm just listening to her most of the time.
And does that happen to you with many other people?
Well, I sung it with Lisa Hannigan last night, and she knocked it out of the park. I mean, it's just extraordinary.
I love these. We got a load of course we googled Snow Patrol just to find out any extra bits. And
of course it's all true. It's all true, yes.
The rumours and that, but I love this one. I want to know, it says your worst gig was one where you played to about 18 people at a strip club. Is that true or false?
In High Wycombe. That's true.
Is it?
2003. That was after 10 years of being in the band, and we were still playing to hardly anyone, and Final Straw was released. It was out for 6 months, but it hadn't done very well, and 1 month later Run went top 5 in Ireland, top 5 in the UK, and we were playing, to thousands of people. Literally a month after that.
You didn't go back to that strip club.
But before that, no. I would never darken its door ever again.
Now it also says here, following up that you had to unscrew the poles in the club. That the dancers
we didn't unscrew the poles. They were being, as we arrived for soundcheck at 4 o'clock. The lunchtime shift of stripping had just finished, and
it's true.
And we saw them. We witnessed them unscrewing the poles off the stage. It was as seedy and dire and almost macabre in a way that you just never want to be involved in when you're doing a gig. But everyone has to go through gigs like that. It's just we went through 10 years of the gigs like that.
Quite a stint of it, so you did. Now, as well as that, is this thing where you're basically you're going to do something very highly technical very soon. Are you aware of this?
Highly technical?
Highly technical, right?
I can't imagine that I will be doing something highly technical, but
Gary
if it says it on the internet, it must be true.
It actually says it on several sources on the internet. You're actually going to be using the first use of optical burst switching, which basically means you're going to be the first live high-def broadcast of a music show, I think, if I sort of Google that right. And basically, this is the other voices down in Dingle.
Oh, brilliant!